Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We are here with Fred and Suki, and we're going to demonstrate all the obedience commands she's learned here at school. And we're going to start off by introducing the training equipment. And Fred's got a standard 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand, which leaves his left hand free to make a correction. And the only correction we give here at school is a little tug and release on the training collar, and that is the second piece of equipment. Now Suki's been fitted with her very own collar. We'll show you how to properly use that and put it on her when she comes home on Friday. And the first command we're going to demonstrate is heeling. Heeling is properly walking on the leash, and the command is Suki heel. So now at this point she's got a job to do, and that's to stay even with Fred's left leg. Basically her shoulder blade's even with his leg, and whenever he stops heeling, she's been trained to automatically sit. And this is nice when you're working her in obedience, just stopping to cross the street or talk to a friend. A little shake, but then when Fred stops, she automatically sits. And then the next commands we're going to set up for you and show you is going to be the sit-stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command. Fred will use the flat of his left hand, and the one-word firm command to stay. Now if she does go to get up or break the command, first thing you want to do is say no, give her a little correction, and go right back to it. She should finish this command on a positive note, or the way you want it to. When Fred returns back to Suki, you'll notice he's going to walk all the way around her, counterclockwise. He gets back to heel position, and then he's going to take off heeling again. Now we like to practice doing obedience with our dogs here at school multiple times a day. And we're going to ask you to kind of do that when Suki comes home. It'll help reinforce the training that she's had, make her better behaved for you at home, and make her more obedient and listen. Nice automatic sit. And a nice automatic sit. Fred gives her the stay command again. Now with these stationary commands, you don't want to use her name. It's important that you just use the hand signal and the command. And Amanda's going to work with you when she comes home, when Suki comes home, and show you how to do all of these things live and in person. Instead of returning back to Suki, this time Fred's going to call her. It's Suki, come. She should come back to you. She should sit when she gets to you. And this is what we call our recall or the come command. You notice Fred lightened the tone of his voice. We want that come command to be a happy command. So she comes back to you, she comes back and sits, and that's a good way to teach her to greet people, to greet you with all 4 feet on the ground and not jumping up on you. And even though she's small, we like to think that jumping's not the best thing in the world. Nice automatic sit. Another nice automatic sit. Fred gives her the stay command again. Again, he goes out to the end of that leash. He leaves a little dip in that leash, because if she feels a tug, she may think you're calling her. And then instead of returning back to her this time, Fred's going to show you the come command one more time. She comes back, she sits, gets a pat on the head for praise, and then they're going to take off heeling again. So practicing these commands with her when she comes home. Keep your training sessions relatively short. 15 minutes is long enough. Your stationary commands like your sit stay, have her hold that for 1 minute, working up to 3 minutes. And your down stays can be a little longer, maybe 2 or 3 minutes, working up to eventually 5 minutes. Nice automatic sit. Next is the down command. Fred uses the flat of his left hand, and the one-word firm command to down. Now your down stays, like I just said, should last a little longer than those sit stays that you just saw. And then we recommend that you practice with her inside as well as outside. So if it's not a very nice day, have her in your living room doing heel, sit, down, stay, come. She popped up. Fred told her no. Again, we want her to finish it the way she's supposed to. When Fred returns back to her, again, walks around her counterclockwise. And Suki's a very young puppy, so when she makes little mistakes, like maybe getting up or breaking an automatic sit, it's not the end of the world. She's going to mature and get better at these things as you guys practice with her. And especially too on a day like today where there's a video camera out here, a tripod. This is a little bit of a distraction for her. This automatic sit, the down command one more time. And with a young puppy like her, sometimes she'll start to sniff. That's a little bit of a distraction. Fred's going to call her from that. And those stationary commands for a young puppy are hard. I mean, you're asking her to hold these things for 3 minutes, working up to 3 or 5 minutes. She's a young girl. She gets up, she forgets what she's down there and what she's supposed to do, and that's okay. Nice automatic sit. And then the last thing we're going to show you is her distance down. This is where you put her in a sit stay. You're going to go out, turn to face her, and use the one-word firm command to down. And she went down very nicely. And that's a harder command to teach. You're not right next to her. And for her to go down with just a hand signal and a verbal command is pretty good. So she's done really, really well with her obedience. Like I said, it's only going to get better. Her housebreaking is excellent. We're really proud of her. She's come a long, long way. I know you're going to see that when she comes home. We want to thank you so much for using Nora's Dog Training Company as your personal dog trainer, and we look forward to seeing you on Friday. Have a great day.